Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Happy International Women's Day 2025. Sorry, we have started late though, but we are now into our program. My name is Mary Apollo. I'm the founder of For Direction. I will be the host for today. And I have with me my colleague Nicole from Youth for Human Rights also. She will be the co-host. We will lead this program together. Taking you to the program, ladies and gentlemen, estimated guests, partner, young professional, honorable ambassadors, and all youth from around the world. Women, good afternoon and welcome to our celebration. My name is Mary Apollo. I'm from South Sudan, the founder of For Direction and the leaders of this event, Girl Education in Conflict Area 2025. First, let me thank our partner for today, Cornerstone Women Group, Youth for Human Rights International for supporting us. This event would have been impossible without their support. Again, welcome to our event, the launch of the Young Women and Girls in Conflict Area 2025. It brings me a great pleasure to join billions around the world celebrating International Women's Day 2025, recognizing their contributions and leadership and the impact they have in their communities. I started this initiative in 2024, believing in strengthening women leadership by education and self-empowerment. I call young African women to share my vision for empowering women through education and leadership. Together, we submitted a proposal to the Commission on the Status of Women at the United Nations headquarters in New York. We proposed some of the issues like quality education, and ensuring that women in the conflict area get access to education, health, and economic empowerment, and also issues related to climate change and development. So, and all these issues should be taken into the consideration of the well-being of women across the world. Seems very important. My organization, For Direction, I founded this initiative to sponsor young refugee women in the conflict area. A Pagirinya refugee camp in northern Uganda, a project that we held this year by giving a financial sponsorship for kids to go back to school. We paid their school fees, included registration fees, books, and providing uniform for 46 children. We also work with our park staff under the ground to facilitate all administrative process so that the children would be get the facilities and officially enroll and started school in a refugee camp. In addition to this action, For Directions Foundation Nature the Child development by emphasizing education as a basic human right, providing mentorship opportunities to young children and in need. By partnering with the sponsors sponsoring our program, we can equip these children with knowledge to be self-independent and best leaders for tomorrow. This is a call to action. We are recognizing global citizens today who have done outstanding work by supporting women empowerment both locally and internationally. Thank you for being here with us today and all the work that you are doing to make the world a better place. This event is CSW side event. A commission status of women, 69 sessions. We are bringing you women leaders who are showing us leadership by example, character and action, with commitment to fairness and equity. They carry legacy advocating actively for the women by demonstrating leadership and creativity. Growing up in Sudan, in a chaos, political and government official, I discovered my passion for leadership at age of 17. Despite a struggle due to my gender, age, I perceived working in media and organizing young people. My journey led me to study. I went to education and finished my college in Sudan. In 2016, I applied for a fellowship program called the Atlas Corp Emerging Fellowship to come to the United States. My goal was to develop my skills building inclusive society. And I get the opportunity to represent those who are not underrepresented in most of the international platform. Inspired by people who have shaped my personality, I founded this organization called For Direction to empower young people and vulnerable groups like young women and youth by providing evidence-based resources through initiatives like the Global Emergency Disaster Responder Network. We mobilize youth globally to address critical issues such as COVID-19, climate change and human rights violation, and Ambassador Malik here was one of our great mentors during this initiative. Thank you, Ambassador, for coming. Our platform continues to evolve and connecting with diverse group of people, showcasing emerging and established leaders, and mobilizing youth worldwide. In the last 4 years, we have collaborated with local and international NGOs, government agencies, organizations like the United Nations, World Bank, UNICEF, the African Union, and many other organizations like the Youth for Human Rights organization, such where we are here today for Youth for Human Rights for sponsoring this event with no cost by the Church of Scientology in New York. Thank you so much.
Our pleasure.
In our presentation today, we will also learn more about Youth for Human Rights International, and that's why we partner with like-minded organizations like Youth for Human Rights to empower our children all over the world through knowledge by teaching them the basic of the human rights and their needs. As we are launching our girl education project today, let us celebrate those who go beyond their comfort zone by surviving in the refugee camp due to the challenges and inspiring new generation of leaders who change the stereotype, the negative stereotype that people have against refugees. Okay, together let us dedicate ourselves of making the world a better place by focusing on children education, educating children, especially girls, build a new purpose, civilization. We would like to give a special acknowledgement to children who are now in school. Thank you so much to our combined effort. And let us continue to support them and the future children through our action. We would like especially to thank the UN Assistant Secretary General, our partners, our members worldwide. Let us keep our dedication alive, working towards a bright future for girl education in Africa and worldwide. Again, thank you so much. God bless you. Now I would like to represent our first speakers. He is my mentor and also an amazing ambassador, Ambassador Malik Nadim Abid. He's the Secretary General for the International Human Rights Commission Fund and Trust, and Ambassador at Large in New York. Welcome, Ambassador Malik.
Thank you so much.
In the name of God, the most merciful, the most beneficent. I'm thankful to God, God of Abraham, God of Adam, God of Ismail, God of Moses, God of Jesus, God of Muhammad. Peace be upon all of them.
And also you.
I'm thankful to God for His blessings, His mercy, and all His bounties. I'm also thankful to my young leader, Mary. Thank you so much for all the work you are doing. You are a phenomenal leader. And Africa needs young leaders like you. And those who don't know, last 6-7 years, I have been traveling 70% of my time around the world, and most of the time I've spent in the continent of Africa for my deep love for the continent and the people of Africa. What Africa is going through today, if you're talking about issues, they're talking about the wars, the conflicts, it's not because of America. I'm sorry, I'm going to tell you the truth. It's not because of the Europe. It is because of the Africa itself. Because of your selfish and your corrupt leaders. And that's why I spent so much time in Africa in the last 6-7 years. Because I want to empower young leaders like Mary and you all. You have to step up and fight your own war. We don't want the next generation of your African kids to grow up in the camps, in the war zones, in the conflict zones. And by the way, I have been to every single war zone and conflict zone in Africa. Those of you who don't know what a war is, let me tell you. One single day or even one single hour of war or armed conflict is a destruction, is the biggest destruction to the mankind. And by the way, womankind as well. Because women are more kind. And by the way, before I start my formal words, what I want to share with you, I want to share one of the 20 principles of happier life. It's number 10. All of them, I agree, and all of them, they are phenomenal. But number 10 caught my eyes specifically. Sport a government designed and run for all the people. And I wish someday President Trump stops by here and reads this and tries to follow this principle for his player and for the player of all the mankind in America and around the world. Let's give a chance for every single human being to live peacefully in this world.
Yes, sir.
So, one more thing I want to start again. I read it right here. There's so many things I'm learning about Church of the Scientology every time I visit. If things were a little better known and understood, we would lead happier lives.
Amen.
There cannot be a bigger truth than this. All the 45 war zones around the world, wherever I've been to, in Africa, in Ukraine, in Kashmir, all over the world, the biggest problem which I judged is misunderstanding and not understanding each other, and not understanding each other's right to live peacefully. So, thank you so much, Church of Scientology, for all the beautiful work. Now, this event, which is designed and planned by Mary, the basis is a very beautiful sacred document called Beijing Declaration. Those of you who don't know about Beijing Declaration, there was a conference, Fourth International Women Conference in Beijing in 1995. After the conference, just like any other conference, there was a resolution adopted. That resolution is around 134 pages long. But I'm going to quote a few very, very important of those things. Honorable ladies and gentlemen, the declaration point number 3, determined to advance the goals of equality, development and peace for all women, everywhere in the interest of humanity. Article number 14, women's rights are human rights. Article number 29, prevent and eliminate all forms of violence against women and girls. Article number 31, promote and protect all human rights of women and girls. Now, Article number 131, that talks about women and armed conflict. An environment that maintains world peace and promotes and protects human rights, democracy, and the peaceful settlement of disputes in accordance with the principles of non-threat or use of force against territorial integrity or political independence, of respect of sovereignty as set forth in the Charter of the United Nations. That's Article number 131. Article number 132 is another very, very important one. The Geneva Convention relative to protection of civilians, persons in times of war of 1949, and additional protocol of 1977. Again, Article number 24 of Geneva Convention provide that women shall especially be protected against any attack on their honor, in particular against humiliating and degrading treatment, rape, enforcement, prostitution, or any form of indecent assault. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have these beautiful, beautiful documents, but are they followed? Unfortunately, all those powerful words, all those governments, powerful governments around the world who signed these documents, they don't follow them themselves. All the conflicts around the world today, all the 45 wars and conflict zones are because of the powerful so-called civilized world. And by the way, when we talk about women in conflict, when we talk about women in the war zones, it breaks my heart if I don't talk about the most painful situation of today, the war in Middle East. Now that we are celebrating the International Women's Month and International Women's Day, we always talk about equality and equal rights of women. Today, I'm going to share with you the negativity of equal rights. Out of 60,000 civilians killed in Gaza, 50% of them are women and girls. What a painful reality. What a painful equal right. And let me also share with you my own beautiful country, United States of America. Since 1998, used the veto power for almost 95 times. Out of 95 times they used the veto power, 46 times against the peaceful settlement of the Middle East issue. So tell me, who is responsible for not implementing these documents, these agreements, and these conventions? I'm sorry. People don't have courage to tell the truth, but I'm not here to please my friend Mary only. I'm here to tell you the truth. And now, my president, the President of the United States of America, he says that he is going to own Gaza, pushing 4 million people out of their homes, developing it as a land development, real estate development, and sell it for hundreds of trillions of dollars. Here goes our peace. Here goes our peace in the Middle East, our peace in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want Africa to be peaceful, no Western power is going to let you make your continent peaceful. It's you people who have to fight for it. It's you people who have to stand up and fight for your rights. That's why I spent 70% of my time away from my own family, trying to empower the young future leaders like you, like Mary, like you, so that when you take the power in your hand, you make Africa more peaceful for your next generation and their next generation. God bless Africa, God bless women of Africa, and God bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.